Captain Lara Hollis stood on the edge of the vast Galactic Unity Council auditorium, her gaze sweeping over the sea of delegates, each a testament to technological advancement, who engaged in animated conversations among themselves. The air was alive with the hum of alien dialects and the whir of exotic machinery. Unbeknownst to the murmuring assembly, Lara's presentation had been rescheduled to that morning just an hour prior, an oversight that was glaring, or perhaps a subtle snub. Before she had time to process this change, the moderator's voice echoed powerfully through the auditorium. And now, a surprising addition to our morning schedule. From Earth, Captain Lara Hollis. As she made her way onto the stage, whispers swirled around her like a tempest. A towering Zeltrax delegate snorted disdainfully, his voice echoing across the chamber. "Let's see what toys Earth has brought to impress us this time." Lara approached the microphone, standing straight as an arrow, her voice calm yet resonant. "Thank you for this opportunity. Today, Earth doesn't bring toys, but a testament to human ingenuity." Her eyes locked with the Zeltrax delegate, her challenge unmistakable. The room fell into hushed anticipation, the earlier laughter fading away. The game had changed, and Lara was poised to make her movie. Backstage, the mood starkly contrasted with the charged atmosphere of the auditorium. Theo, the lead engineer, frowned at the holographic display of their gravitational manipulation device. "This isn't good, Lara. We weren't supposed to present until after lunch. The cooling system is still stabilizing." Lara surveyed the readouts, her brow knitting then smoothing as she made a decision. "We adapt. That's what we excel at. Emily, what's your assessment?" Dr. Emily Yuan, ever the optimist, responded from her console, where she adjusted the biofeedback sensors. "The core elements are stable. If we manually override the secondary systems, we should manage without any issues." Their preparation was interrupted by the hesitant appearance of Mika, a junior technician at the doorway. "Captain, the delegates. They're skeptical. They're comparing our technology to antiquated Earth relics." Theo snorted, his hands busy with recalibrations. "Let them scoff. Their laughter will soon turn to awe." Lara nodded, her expression resolute. "Thank you, Mika. Remember, overcoming skepticism is a hurdle all pioneers must face." She turned to her team, her voice rising in a rallying call. "Today, we demonstrate not only what our technology can accomplish, but what humanity is capable of achieving." As the team made their final adjustments, Lara revisited the main points of her speech. Earth's gravitational technology, while less ostentatious than some of the quantum innovations on display, was robust and versatile. It represented a significant advance in terraforming and planetary stabilization, essential for humanity's expansion across the galaxy. The team exchanged nods of readiness, and Lara led them to the stage, moving in unison, a cohesive unit. As they approached the wings of the auditorium, they caught the tail end of the murmurs from the crowd. Lara's earlier appearance had shifted the room's energy. Curiosity now tinged the air. On stage, Lara introduced her colleagues with pride. "Joining me are Theo, our chief engineer, and Dr. Emily Yuan, our lead scientist. Together, we have crafted something not merely new, but revolutionary." Theo stepped forward, his voice confident. "Our device manipulates gravitational fields to stabilize planetary orbits and atmospheres. This isn't theoretical. It's been tested and is ready for deployment." Emily, her enthusiasm palpable, added, "Imagine once uninhabitable planets now thriving with life. That's the future we offer." As the presentation transitioned to the technical demonstration, the audience's initial skepticism began to dissolve. Displays illustrated simulations of barren worlds blossoming under the influence of their technology. Questions from the delegates, now not dismissive but genuinely intrigued, started to flood in. Lara addressed them with ease, her responses thoughtful and detailed. "Yes, it integrates with natural planetary systems. No, it doesn't consume the energy resources you might anticipate. Yes, it is scalable. As the chapter concluded, the team's demonstration was not yet complete, but the shift in perception was unmistakable. The delegates leaned forward, their earlier doubts replaced by a realization that they might be witnessing a pivotal moment, not just for humanity, but for the galaxy at large. The stage was set for Earth's technology to shine. As Captain Lara Hollis, flanked by her dedicated team, continued her demonstration of Earth's gravitational manipulation device, the mood within the auditorium had subtly transformed. Curiosity now replaced the initial skepticism among many of the alien delegates, their whispers tinged with intrigue instead of disdain. Around the room, holographic displays pulsated with images of once barren planets, now teeming with life, showcasing the profound potential of human ingenuity. "The essence of our technology," Lara began, her voice clear and compelling, "lies in its ability to seamlessly integrate with and enhance a planet's natural gravitational fields. This capability not only stabilizes erratic orbital patterns, but also catalyzes atmospheric processes that are conducive to life." She gestured towards Theo, who tapped the console, transitioning the display to a time-lapse showcasing Earth scientists revitalizing a dying world. Suddenly, the room's ambient murmur was shattered by a piercing alarm. Red lights flashed urgently as the station's emergency system sprang into action. "Attention," a calm, synthesized voice announced over the public address system. "Unmanned vessel PX-3 has entered a decaying orbit around the station due to a gravitational anomaly. Immediate action is required." The audience erupted into a chaotic buzz. Delegates from technologically advanced races began shouting offers of assistance, each proposing their high-tech solutions. Lara seized the moment, her voice cutting through the tumult. "Ladies and gentlemen, if I may, our device can stabilize the PX-3. Allow us to assist." Turning to her team, her expression was one of unwavering resolve. "Theo, Emily, we're no longer just demonstrating. We're undertaking a mission." Theo nodded, his fingers flying across the console. "I'm recalibrating the device for a broader field. Emily, I need the specs for the PX-3's mass and current trajectory." Emily quickly liaised with the station's control center, her voice steady despite the escalating tension. "Got it. Adjusting for mass displacement now." On the main display, a detailed model of the PX-3 appeared, illustrating its erratic path. Lara addressed the assembly. "What you're seeing is real-time data. Our device can recalibrate the vessel's trajectory using targeted gravitational pulses." As Theo adjusted the settings, a real-time simulation of their plan played out on the screen. The delegates watched, riveted, as the theoretical model showed the PX-3's path gradually stabilizing. "Engaging now," Theo announced, activating the device. The auditorium lights dimmed momentarily as power was diverted. A tense silence enveloped the room, broken seconds later by the device humming to life, its core emitting a soft, pulsating glow. "Initial pulse fired," Emily reported, her eyes glued to her monitor, watching for trajectory correction. "We should see results any moment now." The room held its breath. The only sounds, the soft beeps of the console and the distant hum of the station's emergency systems. After a tense moment, the screen updated. The PX-3's path began to correct itself, the erratic movements dampening into a controlled orbit. A collective sigh of relief swept through the room, followed by spontaneous applause from the previously skeptical delegates. Lara allowed herself a small smile, but remained focused. "We'll continue monitoring and making adjustments as necessary. This is a prime example of how our technology works in harmony with existing systems to avert crises." As the applause subsided, a Zeltrax delegate stood, his tone now respectful. "Captain Hollis, we are impressed. Can this technology be adapted for larger or more complex gravitational anomalies?" "Absolutely," Lara responded confidently. "This demonstration showcases just one application. The scalability and adaptability of our technology mean it can be customized to suit a variety of scenarios. The crisis had not only been averted, but it had also provided the perfect backdrop for Lara and her team to demonstrate the practical applications of their technology under pressure. The session ended on an unplanned high note, with many delegates approaching Lara for more detailed discussions. Backstage, as the team packed up their equipment, Theo clapped Lara on the back. "Not bad for a day's work, huh?" Lara laughed, the tension easing from her shoulders. "Not bad at all. Let's prepare for those discussions. Today, we didn't just save a station, we might just have changed how the galaxy views us." In the aftermath of the PX-3 crisis, the atmosphere within the Galactic Unity Council's auditorium had palpably shifted. The delegates, previously divided and buzzing with doubt, now engaged with the human team through animated gestures and keen interest. Lara and her crew, initially perceived as underdogs at the conference, had emerged as saviors, their potential and prowess unequivocally recognized. As the session resumed, Lara was invited to elucidate the broader applications of their gravitational technology. "Thank you," she began, her voice resonating across the now rapt audience. "This morning, you witnessed more than just a demonstration. You saw our technology applied in real time under critical conditions. It's not merely about rescuing a station, it's about offering scalable solutions that can benefit all of us here." A hush enveloped the room as she continued. Envision regions in space made navigable, unstable planets stabilized for colonization, or even redirecting comets for water extraction. The possibilities are vast and, more importantly, achievable. Theo, who stood beside the technological marvel, nodded in agreement. He added, "The device is adaptable and can be scaled to meet diverse requirements. What we've showcased today is merely the tip of the iceberg." An Akulian delegate, from a race renowned for their advanced astrophysics, inquired, "Captain Hollis, could this technology integrate with existing systems, perhaps to enhance our asteroid belt mining operations?" "Absolutely," Lara responded promptly. "Integration with current systems is not only feasible, but designed to be seamless. We are eager to collaborate and tailor applications to meet various needs." The session unfolded with vigorous technical discussions, and potential partnerships began to crystallize within the hallowed halls of the Council. The initial skepticism had dissolved, replaced by a burgeoning spirit of collaboration. As the meeting concluded, the Council's chair, a venerable Mirlothian known for his profound wisdom, formally acknowledged Earth's significant contribution. "Captain Hollis and her team have demonstrated the capabilities of their technology and their commitment to galactic cooperation. We look forward to further discussions on how we can integrate and utilize this remarkable technology for the betterment of all." Feeling a surge of pride, Lara thanked the Council. The team received a standing ovation as they exited the stage, a stark contrast to their initial reception. Backstage, emotions were palpable among the Earth delegation. Lara gathered her team for a brief debriefing. "Everyone, that was exceptional work. The Council's interest opens new avenues for us, not just in technological realms, but also in diplomacy and space exploration." Theo, typically reserved, couldn't contain his excitement. "Did you see their expressions? They were truly engaged, really listening." Emily chimed in. "The applications they suggested, this could significantly expand our research and development. It's more than I had hoped for." Lara smiled at her team's enthusiasm. "This is just the beginning. We've captured the Council's attention. It's crucial we prepare detailed proposals for each interested party. The real work begins now." As they packed up their equipment, Mika, the junior technician, approached Lara. "Captain, today was inspiring. I never imagined our work would receive such acclaim." Lara placed a reassuring hand on Mika's shoulder. "Your designs were instrumental today. Remember, every significant achievement starts with a simple idea and the courage to pursue it." The team exited the auditorium with a lighter step and a brighter future. As they walked, Lara noted several delegates from various races nodding respectfully in their direction. Later, In a smaller conference room, Lara and her team laid out their plans. Maps of potential cooperative projects illuminated the screens, each representing a world or region that could benefit from their technology. The discussion was lively, each team member contributing insights and suggestions. As the meeting ended, Lara reflected on the day's transformative events. From skepticism to respect, the journey had been swift and impactful. Gazing out the window at the stars, each a beacon of potential new worlds to explore and new alliances to forge, she thought. Today, we didn't just change how they see us, we've altered our place in the cosmos. And this is only the beginning. As the session at the Galactic Unity Council concluded, the human delegation, led by Captain Lara Hollis, made their way back to their spacecraft docked at the station. The walk through the station's corridors was quieter than usual, the weight of new responsibilities echoing with each step. Inside the ship, the crew convened around the main console, where a large screen displayed news feeds from across the galaxy, each headline glowing with mentions of Earth's unexpected triumph. Lara leaned against the console, her eyes scanning the reports. She pointed to one headline that proclaimed, "Human Ingenuity Saves Galactic Council Station." Theo, peering over her shoulder, let out a low whistle. "Never thought I'd see the day when we'd make front-page news out here," he remarked, his voice tinged with pride. Dr. Emily Yuan joined them, her tablet buzzing with incoming messages from various scientific communities. "It's not just the news," she said, her excitement palpable. "I've got requests from half a dozen planetary systems eager to learn more about our technology. Some are even proposing joint ventures." Lara's smile broadened, fueled by a surge of optimism. "This is exactly what we hoped for. Let's start drafting some initial responses. We need to be thorough and diplomatic." As they worked, Lara's communicator pinged with a direct message from the council chair, inviting her to a formal dinner to discuss future collaborations. "Looks like our next steps are already outlined," she shared with her team, her eyes alight with the promise of new beginnings. Later, Lara stood on the ship's observation deck, the panoramic view of the station set against the backdrop of deep space stretching before her. Watching stars streak past, the vastness of space no longer seemed daunting but inviting. "This is a new chapter for us," she mused aloud, unaware that Theo had joined her. "Not just for us," Theo added, his gaze fixed on the distant stars. "For humanity. Today, we didn't just bridge technological gaps, we bridged galaxies." Lara nodded, her thoughts drifting with the spinning worlds beyond. And to think all it took was showing them what humans are capable of. Chapter 7 Conclusion. The next day, as the HMS Shadow prepared to depart from the Galactic Unity Council station, the mood among the crew was a blend of celebration and contemplation. Lara, Theo, and Emily stood by the docking bay's viewport, watching other ships navigate the busy space lanes. "We're not just part of the council now, we're leaders in a field they barely knew existed until yesterday," Emily remarked, her voice filled with awe. Lara watched a sleek ship from Zeltrax maneuver elegantly away from the station. "It's funny," she reflected. "They used to look right through us, and now they're eager to learn from us. And to think if that alarm hadn't sounded, we might still be struggling to be heard," Theo added, shaking his head in disbelief. Lara turned to her crew, her expression serious yet warm. "What we accomplished wasn't just a demonstration of technology. We proved that perseverance, belief in one's ideas, and the courage to stand out are just as powerful." The crew nodded, their expressions a mix of pride and the realization of their new responsibilities. As the HMS Shadow disengaged from the station, Lara gave one last look at the receding structure, a symbol of unity among countless worlds. "Let's go home," she announced, "and prepare for the next adventure. Subscribe for more stories."